Hey, welcome. It's to the process. My name is Dr. John Bush. This is continuing database Excel pivot tables for your fantasy football data. We talked in the last video about how to copy, paste, set up a database, and that database, rid of that, not the database. This is the database, folks, and things I didn't show you. I like have borders. So there's borders. I like to do that. I also like to uh, look at key data, and there is an opportunity here. It's called conditional uh, formatting, and you can then stain the numbers then based on high and low if you wanted. So you can see, looks like Connors, Lambert, and Montgomery are number two for yards per game in 2023, first 17 games. This is total yards, so you can copy that and, sorry, copy that. Come on, John. Copy that. And we can do blue is high and red is low. And look, McCaffrey just blows it out of the water. And if you want, play a little bit with some charts. Uh, if you want to cut and put, uh, you can move things around by cut and paste. Check this out. I'm going to do a chart here. So I copy the name and the yards, total yards. Then I'm going to insert a chart, and uh, let's do a scattergram. No, let's do a bar graph. Yeah, but not that way. I want to do a column. Yeah, so we can do a column, and you get a choice up here. We can do that. And so you can look across at all your data and you can see how dramatic McCaffrey was, right? If you wanted to do that, there's various ways to manipulate this chart, but you can save that, right? You can copy that uh, into, I used hotkeys, so I do a Control X, and that will get rid of it, and then Control V will paste it again, so I can put it into another spreadsheet, and I'll paste it there. So I can start looking at all my data that way. If I want, check it out. I can colorize uh, that. Check that out. I can do that. Ooh. And then you can color these people. They're sucky. So you can do red there, and you can copy and paste there, so you can see who's sucky and who's not, if you wanted to. What else am I going to do? There is a way you see how I added a chart here. You see how probably need to here. You see how Christian McCaffrey and you see San Francisco and it's all kind of crunched together. It's just formatting. So what we could do is copy that, and we can go up here to data, and there are tons of videos. I'm just showing you with fantasy football. Do something called text to columns, and I believe, let's see, can I do it this way? Space. So yeah, that's why I don't use this database, because other databases you don't have to worry. But there's a way, a lot of handwork, to actually separate this out, and nobody wants to do it. But if you wanted to, you could go click on the name, and there are ways to automate this. But I'll just show you. So you can go up there and add, do that for the next 50 or 100, and then you can go back into there and figure it out. So that's one way to do some things. Uh, Go back to pivot tables now. If I wanted to look at positions only and ask the question, what position did generated on average the higher uh, yards per game rushing, uh, and check it out. So uh, fullbacks, half a yard per game. That's quarterbacks. Look at that. Quarterbacks on average, because there were some, it's really skewed, obviously, is 10.88. Running backs, you would predict 27.3. So the average of all running backs in, I guess, I think it was the top. Did I do the top 100? I forgot. Ah, it's this database that I copied. So anyway, I added there the top. But anyway, you can go back here and you can do that. You can copy that. You make a chart, and you can go up. I love charts. So you can see here, chart, and go here is total there. Keep that if you want, and you can add the title. There are ways to add an element. Here's the title. This is type of player. You can add type of player, player type, that kind of thing. And then here's yards. So if I wanted to add vertical, then I can do yards per game. Yeah, yards per game. And if you want to make this stand out, I go over to the fill. Boom, baby. And here we go. So here's a chart, and you can take a look at the players. That's kind of interesting. But the average is 27. So if you wanted to get a little deeper, we could go here to we could sort the list here. I'll go 12 minutes. Some more. So I can sort data, sort position, and looks like it's right here. So if I wanted to do quarterback, what did I say, 10? So if I looked at the quarterbacks and did, and by the way, I should show you that. So by the way, multi-sort. So I can do position, add a level, and do yards per game. Largest amount. So now I can show you exactly who's the top dog here in yards per, the average per game, or average per game. So I can stain this quarterback. So if you just want to do a quarterback report, then and we could copy this out. If you just wanted to study quarterback rushing. Okay, that we can drop that into a new spreadsheet. So I did a Control C, and then there it is. Go back here. So it looks like I copied it. So that. So there you go. And I can study this if I want to do a chart of this. Cut that and paste it here, and I can make a chart. And so you're saying, why do you do charts? Because you can do a lot of this and save just the chart. And let's see, chart. We're doing column here. And here it is. And here. Fill. Now we can see there are two dogs here, two hot dogs. That would be, look, Fields and Jalen Hurts. Okay, and number 3 was, who was that? Anthony Richardson? Is that right? No, I can't. I need to spread this out so I get my data here. And so the top one is Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. So again, I can go to home here. I can stain that green and stain that green and that. So that's the top 3. And notice we have 2 more. So in the top 5, we do have Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. Everybody forgot about him, but when he was around, he did a lot of rushing. So that can be, in a fantasy selection there is like a super flex. He might be a good 2 because he can add points to rushing, right? So if his average is 30 to 40, looks like about 35. So adding 3.5, that's almost half a touchdown added. Look at Hurts and Lamar. Basically add you a touchdown worth of points, even more than that, I guess 4 points. So you're walking in probably at the ceiling or the floor is 5 points. Wow. Is that neat or what? So that just tells you it's 13 minutes here. So I'm going to stop now, but you got a sense of some of the stuff you can do. And it's just fun. And you can, like I said, you can cut that and drop it into your chart here if you want. And there's a picture of it. So you can save it for your research if you want. So you have that information, so you start building this for your season. And again, it's not just having these, but it's what does this mean? Right? What does this kind of information tell you? And remember, if you go back to the ESPN, they had passing. So theoretically, you could find the quarterbacks with the rushing, and then you can add the passing to your database, and then you could get a ratio of passing and rushing and see what you got there. Kind of established almost, floor ceiling concept if you wanted to. Okay, that should be enough for now. Woo woo, we're having fun.